What is up, everyone? It is Andrew Rapier here of Beat It AT Production and Publishing, and bringing you guys a new YouTube video. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, I would like to say please subscribe, comment, share, and whatnot. All that is appreciated, and thumbs up if you like the video. We need subscribers. We need to help grow the fan base so we could reach a larger audience of people. We upload content daily, whether it's being beat videos, tutorials, how-tos, and much more. We already have like 560 videos. If you guys need to get access to any tutorials, we post all of our tutorials on YouTube for completely free, so you guys can get the most knowledge on making music and pursuing your music production career. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. In this video, we're gonna be making an Atlanta type beat. We're gonna put an organ in here, probably gonna use like a keyboard or piano, and we're gonna be using a free drum kit off beatitat.com called AT Sound Kit Atlanta Kit. It's a free drum kit. All you guys need to do is go to our products and downloads page on beatitat.com, sign up completely free. Just need an email and password, and then you guys will be given access to go to the downloads page and download this kit as well as many others. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start at 140 BPM. I don't think we're gonna change it. We are gonna go ahead and insert in the piano. Obviously we're using FL Studio 12 right now. We're not, obviously it's 12, but obviously we're using FL Studio. I'm going to use piano and Nexus. Nexus is a third-party plugin. You guys will have to go purchase it or find it another way. Can't really help you guys on that way. But let's just try out some pianos and see what we got. And I'm going to show you guys a technique that I use when developing chords. I personally like how this works, but we might change this piano later, whatever might fit us. So the technique that I'm going to show you guys can do this in any FL Studio, I believe, at least any version of 12, and probably other ones. There's going to be a setting in here. It's for 12.3 and up, they have a scale highlighting option, but if you guys don't have 12.3 or up, there's another option that will, it's like called a chord helper or a notes helper. I can't remember exactly, or scale helper, something of the sorts. If you go in your helpers, you'll be able to find it. I'm going to be using scale, going under scale and doing automatic. So as you can see, it's all the whole piano roll is like one solid color, but when we enter in one chord or a scale, it's actually going to detect that scale automatically, and it's going to pretty much make all the notes that are need be to become part of the scale. So I'll show you guys so you guys understand what I'm saying. So now you can see it changed the highlighting of the piano roll playlist. And doing that, we can now see all the notes that are going to be on key and all the notes that will be out of key. So I'm gonna go ahead and stretch this out. Maybe add a
So we're gonna just follow that, add some other notes to make it a little bit more interesting later. I might change this melody, but I'm honestly might just be changing the sound. So let's continue though. We're going to insert another nexus. I like to use this specific organ. It's one of my favorite organs to use, but there's a lot of other good organs in case if you guys don't want to use what I use. If I can find it. Why am I having the worst trouble finding it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. There it is. Alt S. This is going to strum it. Preserve the end so the end doesn't change. Trigger ahead, so it's going to pretty much alter that. So if we didn't do that, you see if we had it all in here, so it's going to just cut it in here. I don't want that. So I want it to make sure the last note is going to be like on point. Except Alt L. Now it's gonna pretty much stretch it, or press enter. I'm gonna stretch out this G. We're gonna see what we got. So got this chord right in. Let's see if we got this. Alt S, doing that same thing. Alt L. I need to move this down so I could not stretch it as long. Maybe so we're gonna go ahead and put that in here. Pull that organ down. Just doing a little quick mix. We're gonna do an EQ to that organ, cut that low end off. Alright, gonna use Nexus again.
I honestly might just use Nexus all the way through because I do know that not a lot of you guys have Omnisphere. So I'm going to try to, I know Nexus is not probably the most modern day VST, and I honestly will advise producers to not hail it as the best VST because it's not. There's no best VST. It's just really good for instant sounds because I think that they categorize everything decently well, at least when you get used to it. Let's shoot for a flute or a harp or something of that sort. So we're going to go into classical folder. Track that in, pull it down a little bit. Save it. Move on. I don't know if we need, yeah, we're gonna need one more sound. It's gonna be our chorus sound. Gonna go back into Nexus. As I said, most of you guys do have Nexus, so at least I would believe. Obviously, you don't need. There's other VSTs that you can achieve this with. You can use Sakura and FL Studio. I think you guys have to buy Sakura separately. Actually, you do unless you buy the bundle. But you could also get, oh, well, there's other sounds in FL Studio's native VSTs. I don't know if I'm gonna use this sound, but we'll. Alright, so I don't like how it's like panning this sound. I want to kind of make it mono. So I'm gonna kind of like do like a pseudo mono type of thing. That doesn't really make any sense. But essentially what I'm gonna do is pull up a Fruity Stereo Shaper.
with this VST or plugin, we can like shape the sound on how we want it to be perceived, whether it's like have it in the front of the mix, have it in the back, have it come out mono or come out stereo. So I mean, you could stereoize something. It's really like, I don't use this plugin too much. I literally use it as a quick way to like make something like mono. So and that sound will be in our chorus. It's hit or miss. I'm not like too against that sound or melody. I don't know if it's really gonna like benefit the beat a whole lot, but I mean, we'll see. I don't know. For this, I'm using the AT Drum Kit Atlanta, or the AT Sound Kit Atlanta Drum Kit. It's a free download. If you go to beatat.com, go to our products and downloads page, you can access the you get to see the products that we have, and then you guys can also download some free drum kits. All you guys need to do is sign up. It's easy. So I mean, all it takes is being a member by putting in your email and password. That's it. I believe so. Maybe something else, but there's no payment needed. So you can use that. So as you guys can see, I just put on some drums. I did a fill in every 2-step for this hi-hat, and I just did Control A and then Control L, so it stretched all those hi-hats. We're gonna go ahead and change those, and I add in a couple drills. Claps, nothing special. Then I did a little snares here and there. Put in our kicks, put in that crash, put in the little shaker right there. Let's put in a little tom. We're going to change our step to a 3-step. Curious. So selecting all those drums, gonna go ahead and put them in the don't know if I like that tom. So we're gonna do this. Alright, so kind of explain everything. I put in, I honestly knocked everything down on that rim. I knocked down 1 octave. Did a little mixing on the rim, did an EQ, rough EQ, just kind of cutting in some frequencies and boosting some. Since I knocked it out an octave lower, it moved all the frequencies a little bit lower since it's a lower pitch. So I did a little boost right there, a little boost there, duck right there, little reverb. I didn't want to do too much. And then for the kick, did a little EQ, a little boost. Then I pulled up a Maximus doing that kick pump preset. I've been using that preset a lot for my kicks until I find something a little bit better. Honestly, I use it a lot in these videos because you guys all have Maximus. Otherwise, I'll be probably using the Kramer tape one. Kramer tape has a good kick preset, and Kramer tape is a plugin in the Waves bundle, which isn't cheap, so I don't really use Waves when I'm making videos for you guys. Otherwise, I am usually mixing with Waves. Alright, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this video a tad bit short. We're not gonna be structuring this beat. Just got a phone call. Someone's coming in for a studio session, so I'm kind of in a rush now. We're gonna do this 808, and essentially after this, it's all about the layering and structuring process. As I said before, we have like 560 videos, many of which we do the structuring in the tutorial. If you guys don't know how to structure the beat, I suggest you guys checking out our video, how to use FL Studio in 15 minutes. But otherwise, the structure of this is pretty simple. It's kind of like all the other Atlanta beats. But we're gonna go ahead and get our 808. Gonna be using an 808 in the AT speaker beat, AT speaker beater 808s pack. I'm gonna use the OG 808 OG. Gonna pull in our attack, the sustain and release. What that does is whenever we click and release, it pretty much lets go of the 808, as opposed to letting the sample ride out. See, track it. Gonna do a couple of hi-hat drills real quick. So to do those like stutters, all I did was Alt U. I pulled in the selector, Shift E and then Alt U to do the cut, like that. I'm going to Control C the kick, Control V, paste it, Control A, Control L. So copy paste is pretty standard, Control C, Control V. So I copied the kick pattern, pasted it in the 808 pattern, and then I just selected everything and then did Control L so it stretched everything. Now we're gonna have to take it down A4 because that's gonna be the bass note. I'm gonna knock this up to gonna do a slight distortion, so I'm gonna pull that mix back and pull that threshold. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna get you your Atlanta style beat. And then you just go ahead and structure this in your channel rack. You know, probably do an 4 to 8 bar intro, 8 bar chorus, 12 bar verse, 8 bar chorus, then 12, 16 another verse, and then another chorus, and then outro, and then you're done. So yeah, this is Andrew Rapier here at Beat It AT Production and Publishing. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. I try to do this as fast as possible, and as fluid as possible. So let me know. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.